How does light affect goldfish color, and how does this relate to human sense handling? Well, from what we know, 2 goldfish are going to be observed in this investigation. The first goldfish is going to be placed in a very dark atmosphere, and the other goldfish is going to be placed in an atmosphere with normal light, as in light that would be provided for a regular pet goldfish. This experiment will last for about 15 days. While doing this experiment, we discovered that the fish in the neutral lighting passed away on about the second week. After 2 days, after the fish in the neutral lighting died, the fish in the dark room passed away. Therefore, the fish that was in the dark room had a longer lifespan than the fish in the neutral lighting. We concluded that this could have been because the fish in the neutral lighting had direct rays coming at him, therefore creating a more unsafe and intense environment. This intense environment could have been one of the reasons that the goldfish in the neutral lighting had a shorter lifespan than the goldfish in the dark lighting. There were many differences between the goldfish in the neutral lighting and the dark room that we observed after they both became deceased. You can see that the goldfish in the dark room was left with no fins at the bottom of their bodies. There were no fins left. But here you could see that in the neutral lighting fish, there were several fins left on the body of the fish. From this, we could tell that the fish in the dark room, there had to be a reason why he was losing the fins. And this was probably because he could not see where he was going, therefore he was probably bumping into the glass around the fishbowl. And also he was probably swimming very fast because he was at a loss as to where he was going since it was so dark. These are the reasons that he could have lost many fins rather than the neutral lighting fish losing fins. The fish in the neutral lighting had enough light to see where he was going. Therefore, he did not lose as many fins as the fish in the dark room did. The fish in the neutral lighting ended up with a very reddish or orange stomach. We would almost classify it as a burnt orange color. But the goldfish in the dark room ended up with a very light base. It almost looked like gray, but in person we classify it as white. So this was one of the changes that we observed directly about the fish, which was that in the dark room, the fish was beginning to turn white, as in the neutral lighting room, the fish remained the same as when we bought him. We also see that the fish in the dark room had an almost yellow color after dying, but the fish in the neutral lighting has still obtained his red color on his body. Therefore, we can conclude that the fish that lived in the dark room became a lot lighter due to the dark atmosphere, but the fish that lived in the neutral lighting remained the red-orange color. Now, we have to remember that the fish in the dark room looked very similar to the fish in the neutral lighting when we first bought them. They both looked like the neutral lighting fish, in fact. But now that we know that, you can see that there was, in fact, a very large difference between the fish that lived in the dark room after he was deceased and when we bought him.